loves me, she loves me not. Hello? Oh, hey Mom, what's going on? Oh, I don't really know what I'm looking for Christmas this year. I was thinking maybe something for school, like I might need a new briefcase or something, whatever. But nothing too serious. Why? What's going on? No, I don't want to hear about Grandma Tully's rash. I don't. Just what are you gonna say about Christmas? I gotta go. I'm busy right now. I got stuff to do.
Lilia Sanchez.
So, you want to learn about Spanish art?
Lilia Sanchez. Lilia Sanchez. Lilia Sanchez.
So, you want to learn about art, huh? Well, let's first talk about Zilia Sanchez, the Trojan woman. Now, originally when you look at this piece, what you may be thinking is that it's an abstract piece and there's not much to it. But if you know Zilia Sanchez's story, she was way ahead of her time. Zilia Sanchez created all these works of art to represent what she believed was beauty and strength in woman in the 17th century. Now that had a direct influence on today's culture, especially in the United States, with how women have been more and more outspoken about their rights, their treatment, and the opportunities that they work for and deserve. I see you've intrigued yourself with topologia. Now, unlike Zilia's paintings, we're going to stick strictly with art on this one. The thing that makes topologia so special is that it's actually designed by stretching a piece of canvas over multiple objects to create the desired shape. Now, looking over here, topologia was one of our most recent pieces of art in this museum, birthed in the year of 1993, only 5 years before yours truly. So this guy is old enough to be my cousin, but not old enough to be my father. So I see you find yourself looking at full moon. Now, just like topologia, the reason that this piece is so incredible is because of the stretched canvas stretched across the multiple objects that make up the piece. Not only has this sort of design had a ripple in the art community, which has connected Latin American culture to that of the United States, but also, in of itself, it is a beautiful piece that stands alone in an exhibit of many beautiful pieces. Oh, sorry to be rude. Just like Black Moon, this piece goes by the name of White Moon. Now, while this piece has absolutely no additional impact on the connection of Latin American culture with that of the United States, got it. It's a beautiful piece. It's a beautiful piece that, just like Black Moon over there, has certainly added to the wide array of stretched canvas pieces in the art world. So, this is the woman that painted the first picture that we were looking at, Zilia Sanchez. Not only is she extremely famous, but she really does and was way ahead of her time being in Latin America. Born during the 1920s, Zilia Sanchez had not only a profound belief on the power of women and what they could do and contribute to society, but also a belief that was strong enough where she inputted her belief into all of her works and inspired an entire generation, which is absolutely positively led to what we're seeing today in current pop culture, especially when we're talking about females and women in general. So I say to that, props to you, Zelia Sanchez, and thank you. Oh, hi there. You might be thinking that originally my plan here was just to wash my hands and get a little clean. But the reason why I wanted to bring you into this room right here is that in of itself, this place really is an exhibit and does really exuberate and illustrate Spanish culture and really the Spanish style with the tile design in this bathroom. Now, you might be thinking that this guy's a little off his rocker, right? Going into a bathroom in the Museo del Barrio and poking and prodding around trying to find any which way in which Spanish culture connects to the current life that we live in the United States. But this is a prime example. Spanish tiling is especially known for being very illustrative, very bright, and in what was originally, during the 1930s and 40s, a very dull and bleak world, especially in New York City, there was a place for tiling like this. Hello again. Now, originally when we spoke of Zelia Sanchez, we spoke about the way in which she was able to connect the 1920s very much so to pop culture and culture in general in the United States of today, and really be way ahead of the time. But another thing that she does not get enough credit for is her design principles. When these were originally created in the 1920s, we were living in a world right before the information age in the United States, where New York City and popular cities were taken over by marketing agencies, bright colors, and a lot that really contributed to the world that we're in today. What Zelia Sanchez did is she stayed away from all the excess, trimmed off all the fat, and really did get down to the simplicity of what art, marketing, and presentation should be about. In Vertizonte, you can see just how simple that is. Only using 3 colors, sticking with 2 fonts, and having a very basic interface that allowed the user or person who was looking at it to really make up their own opinion about what that means to them. And now, once again, Zelia was way ahead of her time and really did contribute in her works, indirectly or directly, to the marketing that we see today, where a lot of New York, a lot of Los Angeles, and a lot of the big cities and the brands in the world that we live in really do believe that less is more. And if Vertizonte says less is more, I say less is more. It's almost as if I'm feeling a little blue today. Azul Azul in 1956. Well, in of itself, this painting didn't have too much of a ripple effect on the art community, United States culture, and Latin American culture back in the day. It was reflective of a bigger piece that is world famous and very well known in the art community, which is Picasso's Blue Period. Now, Picasso certainly had an impact on how artists of today, especially in the United States, found their work. Picasso allowed himself to express not only periods of happiness, success, and growth, but also, equally as important, pain and suffering. He really was the first artist, and of many, to do this. And in the United States especially, in pop culture, we have seen this become wildly successful. Very recently, a song by the name of Bad Guy by Billie Eilish has, for lack of a more pop culture word, ascended the charts. Billie Eilish by no means is ever a character who is happy, enjoying herself, or having fun. She is sad, and she embodies what can be a real thing in terms of the teen spirit, of not being one with yourself, not understanding where you are, and ultimately being disgruntled and angry at what the world has given you and what you see in the mirror. While this is not Picasso, it is reminiscent of his dark period and how he provided inspiration and paved the way for the entire culture of the United States, especially pop culture, artists, marketing, musicians, and specifically to express their feelings and connect with their fans on a level that is much deeper than the surface.
Azul, azul.
As we conclude our day at the Museo Del Barrio, it's amazing to really think back at how far we've come, how far I've come, connecting the differences between Latin American culture of the 17th century, 18th century, and 19th century to what we see in pop culture in the United States today. In society, we often do have a ripple effect. One person's inspiration and idea contributes to another, and another, and another. And without Zelia Sanchez, Picasso's Blue Period, and some of the artistic marvels that we have seen today, what kind of goes on in the current pop culture and society of the United States would not be possible. Thank you, Zelia Sanchez. Thank you, Picasso. Thank you for inspiring loads and loads of entrepreneurs, musicians, athletes, and individuals to find power in their own thoughts and really be at one with themselves and present it to others as not art, but an expression of life in of itself. Gracias para tu tiempo ahora, pero es tiempo para mí a llegar. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias por estar aquí y conversar conmigo. Me siento de verdad muy contenta.
You guys aren't going to believe what just happened in my dream. I dreamed that I was at the Museo del Barrio